Believe the stories we heard from April.
Yes, and she'll say something matter of fact, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
And it happened a couple times in the episode.
You know, she shared last week how she... Well, actually, I think she's going to share that story this week when she promised to share when she came back. But we saw a bunch of her remarkable art. We'll see more tonight, including art that's in a children's book.
Yes, and I looked through that children's book, and it is very interesting.
Yeah, I know. The words look pretty big for me, so I'm glad you understood. Anyways, it's a privilege to have April back. Welcome to another episode of The Third Chair with April. Her full name is April Lavely Robinson. You may see her on her website or galleries.
She's also an illustrator of a book that's on Amazon.
Yeah, you know, we're going to get to that today.
Yes.
We're going to show that. That's a pretty cool thing.
Thanks.
And we left off the last show talking about how you eventually got to Pikes Peak Community College and got into the illustrator program. But I didn't know that you spent 10 years running a relatively successful salon.
Yeah.
So I'm really ignorant of what goes on in the salon. I just view that as like a place ladies go.
Sure.
And so, like what kinds of things were going on in there? And were you cutting hair and doing nails, or were you just the slave driver of everyone else? Tell us about that.
So I was a hairstylist for over 10 years. And, you know, I liked it. I was really good at it, but I never really loved it. Like, it wasn't, like, something that I wake up in the morning, like, excited about. And, you know, I always did my art on the side. But I did hair. I didn't do nails. And, yeah, I had men and women come in, kids, and... I really built up a really great clientele.
You've got a good personality. I'd see that people would come to you.
And people would open up to me, tell me pretty crazy stuff. People would open up to
hairdressers
hairstylists.
are kind of like
A therapist.
like therapists.
Bartenders.
Yes,
it is
exactly.
100%. Yeah.
Did you ever catch yourself like with an eyeliner, like drawing a picture on someone's scalp or anything like that?
No, but once I accidentally drew a horrible star on the back of somebody's head.
Wow.
Well, that's a story. Or is it?
No, that's all it was. I just messed up a star, and I was just like, well, there's that. I'm an artist, and we're very, very good friends. She has since forgiven me. Ruby Sparkle, I'm very sorry.
Did you ever pay her bill?
I was just like, this one's on me, and then I set my wine glass down. Not drinking
but
anymore.
She said, but it's on me, too.
Right.
Stuck on me.
We laughed about it. We laughed and laughed.
Now, did you ever like you see in those movies where the people go to military boot camp and the barber just goes and they're bald? Did you ever do that?
Well, you know what? I did. I was a barber for St. Baldrick's. You know the. Have you heard of St. Baldrick's?
Yes, my daughter did it at Rampart twice.
Yeah.
Is that where you donate the hair?
Donate the hair, and people shave
for cancer.
Not locks of love. It's for children's cancer research.
Yeah, boy, yeah.
But it was hers. They did different charities, and she did her freshman and junior year. She said she didn't want to do it her senior year, and she wanted to do it twice. And
it's such a great thing.
Yeah, she.
You're not
Better
hair, but
haircut
enough hair
Yeah.
for her
Now
now.
she shaved and
Now, did you and your wife shave your head during that time, or was it just Amanda?
just Amanda.
Yeah. I remember seeing her that. Yeah.
I mean, it's really great, and I think one year they raised like close to $100,000.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they raised, and it's such a great cause.
I mean,
feels good to do
really,
it.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I'd do it if I had hair to shave off. I'd do it.
People do. I mean, people just they raise money, and they're like, I'll shave my head, even though I don't.
I mean, I'd be happy to just give a donation too. It's like,
but a couple of the teachers in high school, a lot of people did it. It's like. The kids kind of convinced them, and But
I've never done it. I've been close, and I said that I was going to, and I'm like, maybe next year.
So your daughter gets to high school,
Yeah.
She's 8 right now.
Yeah, my daughter's 8.
She gets to high school and she says, "Mom, I want to
shave her head.
Shave her head, so and go to charity."
I would 100% support. I would be 100% supportive. She has such beautiful hair. I would be so sad.
And then what if she said, "Mommy, will you do it with me?"
I feel like I would. I'm that type of person. Oh my gosh, if she sees this, she's gonna be like, "We're doing it."
Oh, so. I'm texting her right after.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic, great. Well, I guess I'm shaving my head, everyone. Wonderful.
Oh man,
I'll be starting up the.
That'll be episode 4. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'll be
7 years.
Oh wow.
She'd be probably going to high school. It's funny. They had. My wife and I were walking through our neighborhood, and there was a sign on someone who's a friend of ours, and we thought, are they selling their house? And it turned out her daughter's going to be a freshman in high school, and they have a sign that says, and then we saw another one too. They're freshmen next year in high school.
Well, they might as well put out a sign that says, "Creepers welcome."
Yeah.
Come on over.
Yeah.
I've got a teenage girl here for everyone to see. No, I'm not down with that. It's just like the stick figures. You might as well just look at my beautiful family that you know.
No, you should put that sign on your neighbor's yard. Divert them away. So you're doing well in the saloon. Saloon, yeah.
Saloon.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out in some saloons.
The saloon was in the back.
We just compared the consultations to bartenders. It doesn't have to be
that's right.
a saloon.
But you have a salon, not a saloon, and you are doing reasonably well financially. And then you said, I just don't want financial stability in my life. I think I'm going to go back to art school.
As much as people in my life think that that's exactly what happened, that's not. So COVID hit. And
so it mostly slowed down, if not totally stopped?
We had to shut down the salon completely. All salons had to be shut down during the quarantine. It was March of 2022. I received orders from Dora that I had to completely shut the salon down.
Yeah.
And for the first 3 days, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! We're gonna go hiking and we're gonna do all these things." And then after that, the realization hit me that, this is scary. This is my income, and started getting really depressed, scared. A lot of people were, really afraid. And then a door opened, a small door, a perfect door just for me. I was contacted by an amazing talented woman named Ariana Platten, and she knew that I was an artist, and she was just like, "Hey, I have a children's book that I wrote," I think she said 18 years prior. Are you
prior. Wow.
She just never found an illustrator until I came along, and she just was like, "Do you want to illustrate this book for me?"
So how did she see your art? Because she's your friend?
Yeah, from social media. She was, she's just amazing in the community. And so she saw my art and just approached me, and I was just like, "Well, my schedule is wide open." So I got started on it, and so through the quarantine, and it saved me. Not only is the story just so beautiful, it's called The Changing Story, and it's about change. Yeah, it's about change, not struggling through change, but really just embracing change. And this is The Changing Story.
I've read a few pages.
Yeah, it really.
Give me a great shot on the camera there
so
without
good,
your fingers.
There's a lot of big words in that.
There's a lot of big words in there. It's written for children, but reading it is,
deep meaning for adults too. Yeah, and
how you accept change and
and then even in the back, the symbolism is just so huge, and Ariana Platten, she really thought this book through. This is Ariana Platten, that's my list, but there's a glossary in the back for people that just want to know a little bit more, that everything in this book means something and symbolizes something.
So you've defined the symbols, one
So,
common interpretation of what they are.
So, but it also allows room for somebody to claim it as their own story and be able to identify their own story with it. And so as I went through the quarantine, I illustrated this, and I didn't want it to end. I just wanted to keep going. It was
fantastic.
I didn't want to stop.
So you told her you would do a different book, but next time make it longer. So
I loved it so much that so then the quarantine was over. I reopened my salon, and the book got published during COVID, so we didn't get to do a signing or anything. But the book got published, and it's selling on Amazon, Target.com. It's on BarnesandNoble.com as well, but it did so good, and we got such great reviews and such positive feedback. I was like, man, I want to do more of this, and so I started. That's when I was looking into PPCC, any illustration programs around town, and I saw that PPCC did this, so I decided to close my salon and pursue a career of art.
And we're going to talk more about the book and that. When we come back after this break.
Yeah, it was a gutsy move.
Welcome to the third chair. I wanted to show you. This is my favorite picture in the book.
Thank you.
This is a boulder
rolling
down the hill, and it's so happy it's a boulder. It was the top of a mountain, and now it's a boulder, and I mean that's a big change. And you think I was at the top.
Boulder.
A happy boulder. I was at the top, and now I'm going to the bottom. But this is a new experience.
Yeah.
And you kind of did the same thing because you had your own business.
I did. I had to embrace change. I
had
to.
Embrace
yeah.
It.
And it was scary. It was scary. I didn't know.
But but it wasn't for change. I mean, this is a beautiful book.
Thank you. It is. Ariana Platten is very, very talented. I'm actually doing the cover of her new book, which is for adults, and so she'll be launching that. But we'll be starting on that cover soon. Yeah,
that's really fantastic. You've mentioned change is scary. You've talked about embracing change. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the moment when you did it? Either signing the documents to close the salon or finalizing the classes, and it's like, I've done it.
I think it was actually a road trip that my husband and I was on, and we were discussing the potential to close the salon and pursue this goal. And first I want to say that I wouldn't have been able to do this had it not been having such an amazing support system of my husband. My husband is just this whole process and my whole journey. He's just always, he believes in my work. Mm-hmm. And I think that if I didn't have that support and that safety, that embrace from him, I don't think that I would be courageous enough to do it. But he's just like, you can do this. I believe in you. He believes in my work. But we were on a road trip and he was just like, let's do it, and it was, and I just remember like this feeling of not fear, but it was like a weight. It was just like, okay, like this openness, and it was excitement, and we just did it.
So you felt a little like the boulder rolling down the hill?
I did. It was finally, it was almost just like a surrender, just like, okay, we had all of these coincidences pop up. When I decided to do this, I was interviewed with the Gazette, and then, I got another write-up, and so all of these things just started falling into place, and I was just like, let's just do it. And so I'm a huge believer in, visualization and really feeling into your body and intuition if something feels right or doesn't feel right. And this just felt right. Like I needed to do this. I had to do this. So yeah, we closed the salon. I've also, I've been struggling with a lot of back issues from doing hair for so long.
Oh, sure.
So
all that standing.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you, my feet and everything.
And standing still, which is harder than
oh my gosh,
moving around.
It
It's not
really
good
is
on the
hard
back,
on hairstylists. So yeah, I remember the feeling clearly, and it was just like this surrender, and just everything fell into place. So I'm beyond grateful.
So you had the guts to do it.
I did it.
And then did you ever wrestle with, can I do it now that I've made the changes?
Oh my gosh, like
I'll take that as a yes.
But yes, like just standing at like doing the dinner dishes, and just like this wave of just fear or self-doubt is just like, it's just like this pesky like, are you really going to do this? Do you really think, like, look at what a big world this is, and it's kind of, are you good enough?
They say some people are afraid of success because am I really that good?
Yeah, I think that
deserve it,
self-doubt is just one of those things. It's not like if you have it, it's like everybody has self-doubt, and I think that having like these tools that I've gained through just a lot of soul searching and a lot of reading. I read a ton of books, and I think that just having those tools and then having a great support system just kind of gave me the courage. So when I do have those moments of self-doubt or these self-defeating thoughts, like, you're not good enough, I'm just, I can just kind of center myself, kind of come back into the moment. Is this true? Am I not, am I not good enough? Like, no, I'm good. Like, I need to believe in myself. So I think that just going back to those tools that I have in my toolbox of, giving myself credit and giving myself a pat on the back, and just giving,
Well, I like, sorry, go ahead, Doug.
Question on your book, because I was looking through it, and sometimes you have like this 2-page that we showed, and sometimes 1 page.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 page where there's writing on the page, and sometimes 1 page where there's no writing, and a couple things.
Yeah.
How does that get designed? Like, who comes up with, like, we're going to put this page here and this page?
So you do a storyboard. So the author
That also show the camera what you're talking about?
Yeah. So this is a full illustration where it's just on 1 page, and then these are quarter illustrations. This is a double page spread, and so what I do is I get the manuscript from the author, and then I really just sit with it and just like kind of let my wheels start turning, and then what I do is I create a storyboard. So I have a double page, all these double pages all over. So a children's book is typically 28 to 32 pages long, and then I just kind of go through it, like start sketching, and then before you know it, you kind of just have like these little bits and pieces. And then I also want the author, of course, to be included, with their budget and whatever, because a full double page spread is going to cost more than a quarter page and whatnot. And I really do want to give that voice to the author, so I can give them the storyboard, this whole laid out thing, and I can say, this is what I envision. What do you think? And most of the time, like, whenever I do that, people are very happy, or, they're like, oh, let's like tweak this a little bit.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Tweaking,
Sure.
Yeah, so it's all sketches, like starting out with sketches.
Well, they do the same thing with storyboards with movies.
Right.
When you do a full feature movie, they, try to have each 1 or 2 sketches of each scene the whole way through. So, you might have a 250 picture storyboard.
Yeah, because if I was to do it just like individually, I feel like it would be just really overwhelming, and it also takes away from this flow, I feel like, that goes through a whole storybook as you're reading this, to a child or for yourself or whatever. There's a flow to it and a rhythm.
Yeah, there is, because, and it's not every page is the same thing.
Right.
Which you sometimes see in some books.
Yeah.
I mean, this
I
is
agree.
kind of, different. I mean, it flows, but you see something different on the pages.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
Caroline.
Yes.
He wrote like 15 years ago, but I'm reading the series called The Sandman for DC Comics.
Okay.
Yeah, and then one of them, they print it in the graphic novels thing now.
Yes.
One of them, they had his notes, and he was like almost every panel is like on this page, but 4 panels, and he had the discussion, and it said, this picture show this picture show this.
Okay.
But the artist was kind of could draw from what they want. But he had like the plan in his mind when he was writing it. It was kind of, but he's Neil Gaiman is he's pretty famous.
He's got a pretty big name with him. But
have you ever thought of doing a comic strip series?
You know,
or a comic book even, or a graphic
what's
novel?
That one you're
so they're huge right now. So graphic novels are huge, and I will say that there's also some really awesome comic book and graphic novel courses at PPCC as well.
But no medical illustration. I am devastated.
Where is
this guy's thinking too much like a doctor.
We need the suggestion box. Where's the suggestion box? For heaven's sake.
And there should be coupons in the suggestion box.
God.
You have
me a coupon. Say no more.
When we come back from our break, we're going to
talk about coupons?
No, graphic novels, I think.
Graphic novels. Yeah. They can be dark.
Oh, very dark.
Sure.
I would think that April would love them.
I don't love graphic novels.
And we're going to find out why.
Okay.
When we come back. Hi, Peter and Doug here from The Third Chair. We're looking for a win-win situation. We want to keep these videos put up on a weekly basis, and we want to help you succeed with your business adventure.
And we've brought up as a show a lot of important issues that people are interested in, and we brought up a lot of local actors and artists and bringing them forward, which helps them as well as our audience members in finding some of these things.
So there is an email on the screen. Send us a note if you're interested in knowing about some of our sponsorship packages.
So you indicated you don't like graphic novels, is that right?
Well, I mean, I can appreciate them as an artist. I love and accept all forms of art. I personally I'm not interested in graphic novels. I will say that my husband, I'm married to a nerd. It's okay. He knows he is, so I can say it. I'm not a nerd though.
You're not a nerd, no, but he is.
No, I'm not. And but he is, and so he reads, all his comic books. That's wonderful. But
plus
no, it's
Conan
just not for
and
me.
stuff like that.
Yeah. He's just a big old nerd.
Does he go to the
Comic-Con?
Oh no, he's a hermit nerd.
A hermit nerd.
A hermit nerd. So he likes to be by himself a little bit?
Yeah. Yes, he does. Yeah. We are opposites. I'm extrovert.
So you're pretty extroverted.
Yeah.
Like 10 out of 10.
Yeah. We are opposites, but we work together perfectly. But
you mentioned you love the movie Caroline.
I do love Coraline. Yeah.
Coraline, but it's based on a graphic novel.
Right? Yeah.
Did you ever read the graphic novel?
No, we've read them, and so my daughter and I are both dyslexic, and graphic novels are actually really awesome for dyslexic kids.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, because they're not just like this huge, block of text. They're like broken up, so they're actually really good for. So my daughter, she loves graphic novels.
Because you said she loves Magna earlier.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is kind of a graphic novel.
Right. She's into anime and Ghibli studio stuff. Yeah, she's amazing. But I'm just not into it. It's just not one of my things.
So she's with Dad on that one.
I guess. I don't know.
You mentioned that you're dyslexic. We've had a few guests on that mentioned that, and just how hard that also added to their schooling and even reading and running a business as an adult. Math, yeah.
Just make all answers.
Pesky numbers.
Yeah. All answers are 6, no matter what, and then you can't go wrong.
All right. Well, let's ask a question that
I don't even want to ask him to explain that one.
Yeah,
I have no idea where he's going with
It
it.
needs no explanation. All answers are 6.
All right.
Yeah, 666. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I found from your Instagram post. I'm giving you this. This is picture number 10, Doug. A picture of you at the tattoo artist. So
Tattoo Paula.
tattoo part. So I have a
So
couple.
how many tattoos do you have?
My back, and then I've got my my arm, and then it kind of goes.
There's a
up.
bumblebee
Yeah.
too, and there's something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
the
little
bumblebee. Right.
Yeah.
So-
Does the bumblebee symbolize?
Yes, everything. Oh my gosh, I'm such a spiritual junkie. Like everything means something. Yeah, I love just some
So what's the-
symbolism.
Well, you know
Yeah.
that's a little scary because we know, like, when we're done recording tonight, you're going to be going home and just thinking, what is the symbolism of that podcast I just did? And the people, you know, was the universe sending me people for the next phase of my journey,
gosh,
or did I just
maybe.
get unlucky?
I'm just curious.
You are talking about how I fall asleep every night.
Really?
I'm just like,
Yeah,
no,
have you
I
tried
mean, it's
Midnight?
just like,
It's
you know,
really good.
man's search for meaning. I'm just always just like,
Oh, have you read that book, Frankl? Viktor Frankl?
yeah, long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't
Because
know.
I've read
I do.
a book that had bees a lot, and I was wondering, does a bee supposed to symbolize something?
Yeah, well, yes, I'm very into animal symbology.
Honey's what I
Symbolism.
think.
Yeah, so
Well, yeah, that's
so
what-
bees are worker bees. You know, they're very
Well, then there's
busy.
the
I'm very
queen.
busy, right? I mean, yeah.
But this is a
No,
worker
so this
bee
is
'cause it's
actually,
like a
it
flower.
symbolizes my grandma who passed away.
Oh.
And then, so all of my tattoos, like, they mean something from somebody that I lost. You know, a family member.
Well, that's nice.
My husband and I, unfortunately, we lost 2
Oh, you
babies.
got a ladybug.
and so
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so
Oh.
we, yeah. So
You mean like a miscarriages kind
Yeah,
of thing?
we
Oh, I'm
lost
sorry.
two. It's
Yeah, we
alright.
lost
It's
one.
alright.
It was
tough.
it was tough.
Yeah.
And you know, I found that people said like the stupidest things to us.
Oh, that's
you know,
unfortunate.
like oh,
You can have
God
another
didn't.
one.
Yeah, you can have another
Yeah.
one. God didn't
It
mean for
wasn't
your
meant to
baby.
be.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
the
It's
baby
all
probably
hurtful.
had genetic problems,
Sure,
and
sure.
you're better off. And
Yeah.
just horrible things. I didn't think people could be so clueless and callous.
Well, I don't think. Well, people mean
Sometimes,
well, but
yeah,
people, for the most part, they mean well. But sometimes people just don't think, or they think that they're
See,
being
I keep
helpful
telling you
or
that.
something. But
People
No.
mean well, but a lot of them are incompetent.
Yeah.
Like
But-
99%
yeah.
of us.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
we're okay. We've got two amazing kids. I
Yeah.
have a 4-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter, and they're just literally our world. My husband and I, Jimmy and I, we are very blessed to have such great kids. Yeah.
you know, and I didn't mean to sound self-righteous in that.
no, I
That
didn't
you
think
know,
that,
if anything, it reminds me to be careful with
Sure.
my own words when I'm
Sure.
talking with people going through a struggle.
Sure.
Yeah. Pick my words carefully.
Yeah.
Not be
No,
afraid to be involved, but
Yeah.
think about what you're going to say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay to sit with somebody in their pain, I think, and
Yeah.
but
Sometimes you don't have to
we're-
say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's just best walking
you.
through the shit. Oh, are we allowed to say that
Yeah.
on here?
Only the guest.
Only the
Only
guest.
the guest. Not
Well,
the-
shit.
They're gonna bleep mine or turn it into sheet or sheep or something. Oh, sheep. Oh man, am I gonna count my sheep?
My grandfather, I was told this story. I never met him because he died before I was born, but he used to swear a lot, so they taught him to say "God bless America."
Oh wow!
And then one time he burned himself or something, and he said real loud, "God bless America." I mean, it sounded like a swear word when
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that worked.
So, 2 questions about tattoos.
Sure.
One, Mr. Producer's wife is also an artist, a very good drawer as well. And I ask you the same question. When you have artwork done by a tattoo artist, are you judging the quality of the artwork as you would like as a professional artist?
I
That's the first
I
question.
take my tattoos very seriously. So otherwise I would be covered. My sister is a walking coloring book. I'm not even kidding. She is tattooed from head to toe. I'm not saying that she doesn't take her tattoos seriously. Like she's, she loves them so much, but I don't know. I think so hard on them. So when I was choosing a tattoo artist, which I love my tattoo artist, his name is Pace and he's at Fallen Heroes. He's also a mural artist around town. And he takes his time, and I gave him the idea and then I just kind of let him go with it. Yeah.
But you sort of signed off on it, checked off on it,
but
and had full veto power.
But they do show you a drawing, right?
Yeah, I just told him like, hey, I want, this, and this, and he's just like, cool, and he's such an amazing artist, and he's so confident. He's just like, let's do it.
Well, you know what I find interesting? My youngest daughter loves tattoos. She would be totally covered if we allowed her or lent her the money. And
they're expensive.
But sometimes when you get tattoos, like they do it in like segments, and like you might end session one with just an outline.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of well,
but
is this going to work out or not?
How long did that one on your arm take?
This one was done in segments as well. But it was the first one was done in 2 sessions, and then the B was done in an hour.
Wow.
He's pretty.
Because that was a little
fast.
smaller. And
here's the second question, and that has to do. I think people that get tattoos on some level or another like the pain.
My sister, yes.
My daughter, yes.
I don't like being in pain. I don't like it. No, so I just, maybe I'll have a beer or something before and just kind of relax myself and just kind of
but I see people like get them on their face and their forehead and their fingers and I can understand the arm or your back.
My daughter's a no, and I don't know if we'll discuss tattoos or something else when we come back from this break.
All right. Cool.
Tattoos are us. Hi, it's Peter from the set of The Third Chair. I just want to put in a good word for my good friend and owner of 9 Round Kickboxing in Colorado Springs, Melissa Lance. Her studios provide a phenomenal workout in 30 minutes. I know I've benefited from it over the last 2 years. I've lost over 30 pounds and really appreciate the encouragement, the excitement, the expertise of the trainers. It's a great workout. I encourage you to check it out. That's 9 Round Kickboxing in Colorado Springs.
Welcome back to The Third Chair. Peter is still here, amazingly enough. He hasn't disappeared.
I thought about going outside for a snack, but I stayed.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen you the rest of the show. And luckily we have April here.
Hi.
Tell us about your family growing up.
So I am a 2nd generation Colorado Springs native. My parents both went to high school here.
Wow.
My dad went to Palmer. My mom went to Whitefield. They were teenage parents. They had me when they were really, really young.
Oh, wow.
So you were the first child?
Yeah, I'm a firstborn of 3 girls. My sisters and I are really, really close. And because, they were young, they had fun. They partied it up. They made some mistakes, and so we did have a little bit of a rough upbringing. Just that we were we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of things, and so. But one thing is that my parents were always extremely supportive of the arts and me doing art. Always very encouraging. And they always made sure that we knew that we were loved very much. So, and so my whole life I embrace, I live art. I'm not just
totally immersed.
Totally
immersed.
And now you're lucky enough to work on that.
Yeah. When I was in school, I remember kids used to ask me to draw their pictures all the time. And
to draw their pictures of them?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
so I would draw pictures of them.
Was it a little
Did you
side
start
hustle?
chart?
Were they like trading you cigarettes or?
Oh my gosh,
cash or-
no.
Yeah.
So you were a very good entrepreneur.
You're much better now.
No, not at the time. I really was just like, oh, you're gonna like me if I draw a picture of you. Okay.
Of
Well, that's
course.
true.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
I mean,
Popularity.
I was a weird kid. I will say I was just one very strange
But you weren't a
kid,
nerd.
Well, that's debatable, but I'm not a nerd now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, anyway, no, we had a good upbringing. We definitely had some hard times for sure, but yeah, we're very close. We're a very close family. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But see, I was just the opposite. My wife and I, we got married when we were both 37, so.
Oh, yeah.
So we only had one kid because we knew that we'd be outnumbered with two.
Right.
And we found out we were outnumbered with one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
So you have a wonderful daughter.
Yeah.
She is wonderful.
She is a wonderful daughter. That's right. In case she's watching. Amanda, we love you.
So now you're working basically as an artist, you know, and selling stuff online. You know, how is that working out for you financially?
Well, I shut down a very wonderful salon that I had, grown for so long, and I was making pretty good money. So I'm not there yet. I intend to be. My intention is I want to support my family. I want my husband to be able to quit his job and pursue his goals as a writer. He's such a fantastic writer. And he's sacrificed so much for me to pursue my goals that I really want to give that gift back to him. Wow. I sell work in the 2 galleries, and then also on my website. And so that does provide some income. I also do art shows, craft fairs, which I love doing them. Like, I just get to sit around and talk to people about art all day.
Do you have any art shows planned right now?
So yes. Let's see, we just did one in April. We're going to do it again. It's May 2nd and 3rd, and it's the Oddities Expo.
So next year.
Yeah, next year.
Oddities Expo. Is that the name of the art show?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that
and it's so
sounds
fun.
good.
It's very bizarre art. It's just right up my alley. I just
Sounds
can't
very
get enough of it.
eclectic,
Like,
is it?
yeah, totally eclectic, like weird stuff.
Maybe we
and
should have you back
weird
before the
artists.
art show after.
Or maybe we should show up there and film an episode
Oh my gosh,
live on
please.
site. Yeah.
You see some really cool stuff there, and it's just like, it's almost like a craft fair art show for like the misfits, it's just like
It
stuff that
sounds
you don't
interesting.
see every day.
Yeah,
It's
just the title.
very interesting. And then they have performers and all this other stuff as well.
What kind of
it's also
performers
like,
do you have?
they have like circus performers. They had the Human Enigma. He's tattooed from head to toe. My daughter became such good friends with him. She's just such a, she'd make friends at the lamppost. She just
Takes
talks
after
to
her mom.
everybody. Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she just made friends with everybody there. And so my daughter's an artist, and so whenever we do craft fairs and art shows, she also brings her own product that she sells too. She makes these ugly dolls out of socks, and
That's cute.
Yeah.
No, that's
she's
great though that you're
amazing.
teaching her the entrepreneurial and artist
Oh,
spirit.
I didn't even
Both.
have to. She did it on her own. She was just like, Mom, we need product. We need to get the numbers. We need to...
So she has both of your strengths, right?
Oh, she's a good one.
Do you spend much time promoting your website, advertising, those kinds of
Gosh,
things?
you guys, if you have someone in the inn, just let me know. So we're all good at something and we're bad at other things. Maybe I should take some business classes because I'm not, I don't
Never
know.
a bad idea. Never a bad idea.
I'm really good at drawing pretty pictures, and I'm really good at talking to people, but running a website and promotion, not my strong suit. So
you know who I find I always give Peter a hard time. The worst businesses they usually are is doctors.
Okay, so I'm not going to ask you to
maybe.
do it.
Yeah, maybe that's sometimes true.
Maybe
No.
sometimes.
Yeah, no.
But I've seen some
plastic
businesses-
surgeons are very good. You know, they're
Yeah.
the ones that you
Of
pay,
course,
$10,000
I know
for
this
a
guy,
breast
he's
lift.
Right,
Yeah, cash.
right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean-
Dennis
yeah,
and
yeah.
his second car is a Porsche, so I don't know, maybe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that Instagram, I mean, not so much Facebook, but Instagram has been a really awesome tool for selling my work and promoting myself. Just like posting pictures of my process. People really like to see how I do my work because it is
I
a
see
little
some
bit
short
different.
videos of
Yeah.
you drawing with graphite.
Right, yeah. So
I
I'll
saw
just
that.
be at like a park with my kids and like do a
So
little
who films?
video.
Oh, who
I
films
do,
you,
I
though?
do. I like I'm there with my phone and I'm just like drawing, you know.
Oh,
I'm
you
in
show
a
your
park or
hand
something.
drawing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and people
yeah.
love them. People like seeing them, and I like sharing it too. You know,
that's
people
cute.
have a lot of because then people can understand like my process a little bit more, and then hopefully they can be a little bit
Be
more
interested in the art,
understanding
yeah.
of the art, and then also the digital side and the hybrid traditional side as well.
Do you do anything down at Cottonwood Center for the Arts other than
You know,
visit?
I don't. I go in and visit, but no, I don't have anything in there. I probably should have a studio there because then I can get my studio out of my dining room and away from my kids.
Yeah, I hear that they're pretty good at working with people to pair you up with somebody you're compatible with. I've heard good things about the Cottonwood
Yeah.
Center. The
Well,
Arts.
we
Yeah.
interviewed
Yeah.
3 artists.
Yeah, dude, at least 3. And we got
Yeah.
another 3 or 4 that want to come on the show. So.
Oh, that's yeah. I love
it's-
Cottonwood. I love what they do with the community, and all everything that they do for First Friday and whatnot. So, yeah,
Awesome.
I do. But my studio, like I was saying earlier, like my studio is just wherever my kids are that day. Like so we'll be at a park or like an indoor play park or like my couch or my dining room. It's wherever my kids are. So I had to, and which is another reason why I
So
got
you go to
into
school with your
digital art.
daughter and start drawing.
No, not all. Thank goodness they're starting back to school soon. But no, I started digital art because I'm a mom. It's such a convenient way to do art and not have to get out paints and water, and then then they wake up from their nap and I have to like clean everything off. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
really
yeah.
a way that I could still be a mom and still do art. So that's another reason why I love digital art. Yeah.
My daughter that went to Pikes Peak and did an associate's in art. She loves the drawing tablet,
Yeah.
used all the time.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
It almost
It
looked
really
like
is.
standard issue now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Okay,
great.
I have an art question that you can answer after. Because my daughter does a lot of knitting or crocheting or, like
like the
putting in a dress.
tactile
Yeah, and
art,
then putting like
yes.
dresses together.
Yeah.
Do you consider that artistic? And you can think about it when we come back after this break.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Peter from Pikes Peak Recovery Coaching, and as you know, I do help people with drug and alcohol recovery issues. I love to help people get better, but I also offer a variety of other services, including regular life coaching services. I've helped several people write and finish a book. I've helped a doctor that was in medical school graduate and then get into a residency. And I also actually have quite a background in mathematics, and I do some math tutoring for the GED as well as the ASVAB for those that are thinking about a career in the military. So my contact information is on the screen. Please send me an email or a text, and we can talk about some of these services and how I can help. That's Peter Grigg at Pikes Peak Recovery Coaching.
Welcome back to the third chair. So you agree that like sewing, knitting, and that stuff is art?
Textile art is 100% art. Yeah.
And one of the things I always like.
Tactile. That's what it is. Not textile.
It's kind of both.
Textile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, knitting is
tactile,
One
yeah.
thing I always like to
knitting is
quilts.
textile tactile.
Yeah.
Yay! Yes, my mom does
Quilts.
that. She crochets.
Yeah, I see that.
Crusade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This
you
book,
got
I understand,
that book, yes.
I understand it won an award.
It won an award.
Well,
Yeah.
Does that mean
What do
you
we-
won an award too, or
Yes,
did the
so-
book win the award?
Yeah, so all of
Well,
it, thank goodness. So I can officially say that I am an award-winning illustrator. And
Wow.
Ariana is an award-winning author, and as rightfully she should. She is such an amazing author. So yeah, we won. We took home the silver award for the Coalition of Visionary Resources award, and yeah, it was a huge
That's
achievement.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more remarkable that we got you on the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
there was
Because
2,000
it's
submissions,
beautiful.
and
Wow.
so we were really, really grateful that we won the award.
There's more beautiful illustrations, and the story is really well written. It flows nicely because it's kind of
Thank
almost
you.
poetry that
It
flows
is. It's
into a
very
neat
poetic.
story.
How
Yeah.
come people
How can our viewers get this book?
Well, thank you for asking. So you can get this book on Amazon. You have to put in exactly the changing story, and it's written by Ariana Platten. And illustrated by Lavely Robinson. You can get it, so you can get it on Amazon. You can also get it, I'm pretty sure you can still get it at Target.com and BarnesandNoble.com. That might be changing soon, but you can definitely get it on Amazon.com.
Wow.
And we are, because of COVID, we weren't able to do a release and a signing, and we do plan on doing that. I think either in the fall or early spring we'll be doing
I was
that.
actually going to ask, how can people get a signed copy if they want one?
I mean, and you can also contact either myself or Ariana Platten. You can go on to my email is on my website if you want a signed copy or anything, because we also have copies that we can sell as well. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
And then also, if people do have, if somebody has, a story and they're, not very good at drawing or just really want an illustrator, I am available for commissions and doing illustration work for either self-publishing or traditional publishing, and they can contact me from my website, www.foxandthetoad.com. And then I'm also on Instagram as well.
And you've seen her artwork, so you know she would be worth it.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, my daughter that has a small business, Colorado Tight Flies, does a lot of business on Instagram in terms of people direct messaging her. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of what you do as well?
I do get direct messages.
Or do you prefer an email? Your email address?
That's kind of how we got her on the show.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you guys. Yeah. I either way, if people want to contact me regarding illustration, probably email would be best, and they can go onto my website. And I encourage them to go onto my website. There is my illustration portfolio. So there's my fine art, which I do in galleries, and then I also have my illustration, which are two completely different entities that I like to keep separate. My illustrations are more whimsical, and then my fine art is more very. A lot of symbolism and maybe a little bit more surrealism, like maybe even pop surrealism. So I encourage people to just go on my website, look at my art, see if I would be a good fit, and then contact me via email or a direct message on Instagram. People do that too. A lot of people that are just like, hey, you want some promotion?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yes.
So.
And what else can people do to help support you?
Follow me on Instagram, and buy local art, not just from me, but from other local living artists. Let's support arts. Yeah.
The art community.
Look online to buy this book.
Buy some books, buy some prints, go and see my art. I'm in 2 different galleries. I'm in 45 Degree Gallery in Old Colorado City on Colorado Avenue, and then I'm also at Novice Mortem, which is on Bijou, downtown Colorado Springs.
So when you're in galleries, do you tell the gallery owner that you have to be there like a few hours a week at a certain time, or is it more your work is displayed and the gallery owner, if there's a sale, takes care of it and you find out about it later? Is that mostly how it is?
Yeah,
so you don't have like office hours at the gallery
I at 45 Degree Gallery, I just come in with just a slew of prints and art, and then the amazing owner of 45 Degree Gallery, Emily Fair, she takes care of everything. She puts it up on the website, and then she sells it to people coming in, and thank goodness I've been doing really well there. I'm so grateful. And then same at Novice Mortem. Novice Mortem is a collective, and so the artists will take turns doing a shift. So working the store for a couple hours and doing so I get a little bit more of a commission. But I love it because when people come in, I can talk to them about art. I love talking about art. I can talk about it all day.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, you're very passionate.
Yeah, and then I can also tell
Talk
people
about it with us for 2 weeks in a row.
I know, right?
Yeah,
but I can
yeah.
also
Which isn't easy because we're not very good artists here.
Well, people often have a lot of questions about my art. Whether it be the symbolism or how do you do, the medium and all this. So it's nice to be able to talk to people in the gallery. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having
Please
me,
buy her art and
guys.
support local artists.
Support me. I have children to feed.
Oh, I love it, playing the Hungry Child card. Please like, subscribe, share our episode, hit the notification bell icon so you know when we've uploaded another episode. Thanks for watching. We deeply are grateful for you taking the time to watch, and we will see you all next week.
Thanks, guys.
This has been The Third Chair.